Want to thank you. Thank you for doing whatever you're doing, and of course we know that God has protected you. Thank you for watching Good Television all the time and all the day, because you have fascinating Christian programs that bring you closer to God, but also preach to the bones and actually add on fresh the veins, just like in the book of Ezekiel. I really love that chapter 37 so much. Now, very important for us is that the health, everyone loves to be healthy, but the choice matters for you to become and remain healthy. And this is very important tonight. I want to discuss about midwives. What is the exact role of midwifery in Uganda? Because there is a campaign of 1 million more midwives. I mean that the midwives who have are fewer compared to the mothers that are giving birth. For mothers who are watching us, of course, want to thank you. And for the men who are supporting us, who are supporting them to watch, we really love you so much. Because, you know, maternal child health carries 90% of the nation. Because remember, pregnant mother is a risk mother to almost everything. On this very important show, we are streaming live on Google Data Vision, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, so that you can stream, share your comments, opinions, learning points about midwifery roles here in Uganda. On this show, I bring to you Sister Evelyn Shemerire. She is a senior midwife from Kawempe National Referral Hospital with over 20 years of experience. I know. She's going to give us loads of knowledge. And of course, how many mothers she has delivered. For example, Sister Evelyn, please kindly greet our viewers on Google Data Vision.
Thank you, Kamara. My name is Evelyn Tushemelire, a proud midwife.
Not just a midwife.
Not just a midwife, not just seniority, but I am proud to be a midwife.
Why do you begin with a proud midwife?
Yes, because some of our midwives, some of people are not so happy with their professional. So when they're there, they hide what they do. They do not know what, they do not want to come to the light and talk about themselves. But I am a proud midwife. I love what I do. I love my mothers. I love my children. I love the family. That's what makes me a proud midwife.
Excellent. I am so happy that you're a proud midwife, and that means that you really love what you do.
Yeah.
There's a new phenomenon on social media that was launched in 2025, around October, that says 1 million more midwives to address an urgent global shortage. What does this mean for our viewers?
Thank you so much, our dear viewers. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for listening to us. 1,000 more midwives would mean that we need more, 1,000 more midwives, 1 million, name it, many more. That was not a limit, but many more midwives, because there's shortage. Midwives are breaking down because they are few, and more mothers are giving birth. So we need more midwives to come and support. For everything to happen, let it be in the community, let it be everywhere, you would find you need a midwife, because they play a very big role. From the beginning, even before a mother gets pregnant, you need a midwife. When a mother gets pregnant, you need a midwife. When a mother is giving birth, you need a midwife. Even after giving birth, you need a midwife. Even when you're preparing your children at home, they go to school, you need a midwife. So we need midwives everywhere. That is the cry.
Did you say that even before a mother gets pregnant, needs a midwife?
Yes.
Let's begin from there. The roles of midwives. Why we should actually need 1 million more midwives in the world.
Okay, thank you. Before you get pregnant, who would want to get pregnant and get sick? So before you get pregnant, a midwife has to ensure that you're fit to be pregnant. Talk about these other diseases that people don't even realize that they're there, but they realize when they get pregnant, or they don't even think that they are risk, not until they get pregnant. For example, sickle cell disease. If a mother is a sickler and you get pregnant, you'll get more weaker. So a midwife will tell you, not now, do like this, be healthy, first do like this, and then you can get pregnant. name it diabetes. If a mother is diabetic, before she gets pregnant, there is a point when you have to get pregnant. You don't just get pregnant. So a midwife comes in. Are you healthy to get pregnant? Are you able to make, let me say, a good family before you get pregnant? So it begins before getting pregnant, that you can be a good mother, you can have a good family, you can actually have healthy babies.
I was actually concerned because if a person is going to get pregnant, first of all, you have to first identify the person to give you the pregnancy.
Yes, all those ones are inclusive. Because like I talked about a sickler, so if you are a sickler and you get a sickler, then that is not nice because you're not going to have healthy babies. Okay, so that is when a midwife comes in, go for tests, look for someone, go for tests, Kamara. Go for tests, our viewers. Is this man okay? Okay, what do I mean? We have more often looked at only HIV, but there are those other conditions. There are those other conditions like sickle cell. If you're a sickler, you get a sickler, then just know your babies are not going to be healthy. Yes, so that is how a midwife is important before conception. Yes.
Wow. Now we've talked about the role of a midwife before you get pregnant. Midwife Evelyn is trying to rally our viewers that before you get pregnant, first of all, whom are you getting pregnancy for? You know, how prepared are you? Me, I'm interested in finances. Of course, health workers must advise mothers and the people about finance. You know, money has remained an independent variable. Poverty has increased. I mean, money's value has reduced. That means that you have to plan adequately enough to be pregnant. Wow, let's go to other points of roles of midwifery before we come to your experience. In the last many years you've worked, how many mothers do you think have passed in your hands as a midwife?
Very many, but a year, around 500.
A year around 500?
Yeah.
How do you monitor your mothers? How do you feel the gratitude of being a midwife? Because I feel if you make me deliver and you discharge me, our connection has gone. How do you get the gratitude that fills you as a proud midwife?
They have named their babies after me. I have very many Evelyns in the communities.
And the minute Shumeri's?
They would take the other Evelyn because you know that Shumeri goes. And because we are here, we have different categories of mothers. So they will prefer taking up the Evelyn. So I have very many Evelyns after me. And that one also makes me more proud.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now let's go to other roles of midwives here in the country, Uganda, and of course, starting from the hospital, you are open to discuss anything related to the roles of midwives.
Thank you so much. Roles of midwives, like I earlier said, that pre-conception, but even before that, we tell mothers, what are you supposed to take to prepare you to get pregnant, to start taking the medication, folic acid, that is preconception, to eat well, that is preconception. But even after conception, come to the hospital, go to the hospital where you're going to begin the medication still to make you healthy, to keep you healthy, and to keep the baby healthy. Right away, the time that you've known that you're pregnant, you don't wait for the 4 months, 6 months, like how mothers say. So when you know that you're pregnant, immediately come to the hospital. Then you'll meet a midwife. She'll give you the medication. She will tell you, more importantly, how you're going to live. That is what they call the health education. So you talk about the nutrition. I am sure that is your favorite.
Yes. I would be happy to talk about nutrition anytime.
Anytime.
All the day confident.
We also talk about it. Midwives talk a lot about nutrition because it is also one of the things that mothers need to know when they get pregnant. How are they supposed to feed? How are they supposed to eat? Are there some foods that they don't eat? Are there some foods that they eat? Most importantly, to keep them healthy. That is still a midwife. A midwife will still continue with this mother delivery when the mother is delivering, when the mother is giving birth with a midwife. Is that delivery normal? Has the baby reached up to term normally? Do we have anything that will stop this mother from delivering? That is, a midwife. You deliver your baby very well throughout the labor, even after labor. You still need a midwife. The midwife will ensure that this baby is safe, has gotten immunization, the mother is okay, is not bleeding. Then they'll discharge this mother home, still with a midwife, even after delivery. Has this mother come back? Did she get family planning from after delivery immediately? Or this mother needs to come back for family planning? That is also another area where our viewers, tend to skip other family planning. Some of them don't want to know. Some of them have maybe their experiences, but it is the role of a midwife to ensure that you're safe after delivery and you've gotten family planning. Even after family planning, the mother is discharged home, it is still a role of a midwife. Is the baby home okay? Is the baby, how many weeks is she? Did she receive immunization? Is the baby fine in those other 6 weeks? No sickness. That is still a midwife. So a midwife throughout is just needed, and those are our roles as midwives.
Very important points of discussion. I want us to talk about integration. How do you integrate the roles of midwives into the general healthcare service system? For example, when you're at Kawempe in the morning, give us how your routine as a midwife goes in with other health workers. For example, if I'm there, you are there, and other doctors, how do we blend our services to one mother?
Oh, thank you. Now you've come to my heart, because that's what I do every day. Yes, when a mother comes, actually the first person to contact is actually a midwife, the receptionist. It is also very good for us to welcome mothers who have come and they do not know even where to begin from. Welcome mothers, sit them, tell them health education is that I was talking about. Tell them what they're going to expect. You've already begun, integrating the mother, knowing what she's going to expect throughout the day when she's in the hospital. Yeah, so health education, even asking questions. When did you last see your periods? What brings you here? That's a midwife. It is when they get complications that you take them maybe to the doctors to see, and also they can give you a take on what you have discussed. But it is the first midwife to identify, is there any risk? Yeah, you take your pressures, all that is integration, because the mother has come but she does not know what to do, but the midwife is guiding. So there is also guidance, emotional support, psychological support, and then that physical touch of examining the mothers. All that is integration.
Wow. I wanted us to talk about what are the services that are offered to a first-time pregnant mother on the site of a midwife.
Oh, all right. Like I've said, what do we do to mothers? We talk to them. That is a health education. We take off blood, like I had mentioned earlier. We take off blood to examine different investigations. For example, HIV, syphilis, hepatitis, and those 3 are mandate. If you ever go to the hospital and you're not taking those 3, there's a problem. So there must be syphilis, hepatitis, HIV. We do also malaria. We look at the blood sugar. We look at the how much is your blood in the body, because we know that when a mother is pregnant, she has a baby, so they're sharing that blood. So we want to know how much it is in that. How much blood does a mother have? Is it able to support herself, and also the baby? So those are the investigations the first time mother must go through. all that
Must
should
go
receive.
through.
Yes.
Excellent. Now, this is a very important discussion. For viewers who have just joined us, you're most welcome to Health and Beauty program. Here, everyone is there to Google Data Vision. We bring to you different health experts, and tonight we are focusing on the midwifery roles. How best can we shine a light on the midwifery care in Uganda? Many mothers have different experiences. Many mothers have lots of stories, maybe scandals, bad stories, good stories, successful stories, when they have visited the different hospitals. How do you try to improve the message you get from the public regarding midwifery care? First of all, what do you hear from the community about midwifery services?
I've had a lot. One of them is there are long queues. So apart from the long queues, midwives are rude. I've had that a lot. But we have tried to suppress, not only suppressing, but we want to to make sure that our users get satisfied. So we have put suggestion boxes. So mothers give us the feedback. Apart from the suggestion boxes, we have papers which have different questions. So when you come and you're a mother, we give you a paper and you read through how were the services, how long did you take, what did you like, what didn't you not like, such that we work on them because we want to actually have the best services. We want our mothers to come to the hospital instead of running away from the hospital. So we want to do the things that bring our mothers to the hospital, and feedback is very crucial. We want to know how they think and so we can improve. Yeah.
Wow. So talk about couples when it comes to midwifery. You've left men behind. You've left men behind. Talk about men.
Yeah.
Men's role in midwifery.
We have actually not left men behind because from the very beginning, without a man, you cannot become a mother. So just like we don't want to, we begin with them. It's right away from home. Where there is a mommy, there is a daddy.
Unless other circumstances prevail.
Yes. So when they come, we want more of them. Mothers come and listen to all these health education talks that we make. But making the men understand them is also a little bit hard. So we want men to come. But when they come, you know what they tell us? I am going for work. I have 2 minutes. I have 3 minutes here. So it becomes so hard. So that is why I think men seem to be left behind, but they're not left behind. When they come, we want to work on you very, very, very fast. The fastest that we can when you come, especially with a wife. So those are the couples. When they come, they're the first people who work on not leaving their hands behind, but we also want these men to still go and look for money because we want to believe that they are breadwinners.
Excellent. And of course, we want to thank you, Sister Yvonne, for sharing the first part of the midwifery care and how actually you're trying to improve the health care of maternal child here in the country. We're going for a short quick break, but when we return, we want to discuss more of the dilemmas and what you think the ministry and the community can do. Looking into the community midwifery care of practice, how can we have midwives at home? How can we have painless labor? How can we talk about what we want to hear as the society is transitioning from, we are now the middle incomes, that's actually. See you shortly after the quick break.
Good Day TV, transforming your life.
Wayagala ebyuma ebirungi ebyogera basita pasiteri atunenange ngoma nekita zonna basita pasiteri amplifier n'emizindalo basita pasiteri ebitala bya siteji ebyebika byonna basita pasiteri ebyuma bya events pasita pasiteli awutude wa sikurini tupangisa pasita pasiteli kukizimbe kya Newmark William Street pasita pasiteli kati ndogendayo musajja mwesigwa kituufu endo gye gisoboka ekibanja mpola akikwata bagulebye ekkanisa jangu ewa pasita pasiteli
tusangibwa ku kizimbe kya Newmark ku William Street ku ground floor room number N31 opposite DFCU Bank. Esimu noti 78200 ne noti 75200 wano wokka we tusangibwa.
Life is a race, not against others, but for a purpose greater than yourself. Every step you take matters. Every decision you make can change the course of someone else's journey. At Makere Full Gospel Church, we are running a race too. A race to purchase land next to the church compound so as to expand our parking space and build more infrastructure for God's work. With your purchase of Run Your Race book, authored by our very own Pastor Fred Wantanti, for just 30,000 Ugandan shillings, you're not just buying a book, you're joining the race. All proceeds from the book sale will go toward purchasing the land. Together, we can build a legacy that will last for generations. Buy your copy today and let's run the race together.
Good TV, transforming your life.
And thank you for watching Good Television Health and Beauty program. Once again, I'm Kamara Dani, your moderator for this Health and Beauty program. That is every single Wednesday at 9 p.m. here at Makere Full Gospel Church. You are located just at Apro Kagwa Road. You know, on those Vitara, when you reach, just know you are at our family, and we will welcome you all the day, 24/7. Once again, we're talking about midwifery, but of course now we want to increase the number of midwives across the world. 1 more million midwives across the world. We want to talk about the training of midwives. If we're going to the community practice, and then we ride the government with Sister Evelyn with us here at Good Television. Take us through the training of a midwife. How can one become a midwife? You could inspire the senior 6 leavers here, the senior 4 leavers here. Maybe somebody can transition their career. You can even change my career, by the way. I'm just you inspire. Start speaking the requirements, then I see.
Okay, midwifery, of course, it is in phases. We have certificate in midwifery, we have diploma in midwifery, we also have bachelors in midwifery. We have gone even to masters in midwifery. So you can be a doctor in midwifery. Yeah, so certificate, you just need senior 4, and then you have passed all the science subjects with credits. Then the other ones, which are not science subjects, it's usually an added advantage. But even from the certificate, you can go higher and even come to the masters that we are talking about in midwifery. So that is senior 4 certificate. So a diploma, you would have reached senior 6 and you pass it. You pass the science subjects. What is a mandate is biology, mathematics, and chemistry. So you can do a diploma in midwifery. For the bachelors, the same. So you would have passed with 2 principal passes. You can still go for bachelors in midwifery. You go direct from senior 6, you go to direct, and all the courses are available all over Uganda. So it should not get limited that me, I am back there in maybe Sinjiro and so I'll not study. So the schools are everywhere. And so you could go, you do interviews. After the interviews, they post you, and then you begin the course.
Excellent. Let's just talk an estimate rough. How many midwives do you think we have in Uganda in total? An estimate rough.
Who are practicing, who are
Yes, who are
students?
practicing. Not students, obviously.
Midwives who are in Uganda, 1,000. I'm not so certain,
Just an estimate rough.
but I know that we need 1 more million midwives.
1 more million midwives.
Yes.
That's the only point.
Despite the number of midwives that are working, we need 1 more million because the work is overwhelming.
Why
And
do we
whatever
s-
the number is, we don't seem to be enough now.
Why do we celebrate the International Day of a Midwife? And it's usually a big day here in the country. Why and what does it mean?
Yes, because Kamara, from the beginning, I told you, you will not escape a midwife at any point. So what celebration? Before you give birth, when you're giving birth, after birth, before you even look for a partner, you need a midwife. So it is what celebration that we need at any point, you would need a midwife.
Thank you so much. Kindly take us through the community practice of midwifery. We discussed about it. How can a mother deliver from home? Can we hire midwives to have them in our homes? You see, we are not in the middle income countries, you know, and my wife is pregnant. I don't want to come to your hospital. Can you please come home and we do this business? I give you your money.
I would say yes or no. Because like I said, from the beginning, this midwife is gauging, is this mother risky, is this mother not risky? We don't want to deliver from home because it doesn't have other things that we want for a mother to deliver. For example, if I came to deliver your mother at home and at that particular point she needs a theater, is there transport to take this mother very quickly to the hospital? No. So that means I'm going to contribute to the mortalities that we are fighting as midwives. So let's not deliver home because homes are not hospitals. Let's deliver in the hospitals because they have good setups. They have all the things that we would need in case it goes wrong. By the way, when you're delivering a mother, not until the baby comes out that you thank God the baby is out. Anything can happen in the middle there when you're monitoring a mother. That is why we call it monitoring. Every step the midwife is looking at the mother from one step to the other to the other. If they fail, there is an option of saving the mother and the baby. So we should not deliver from home.
So the concept of the community midwifery practice is different.
It's different.
Please talk about it.
Now, the communities, we only want to identify these mothers and we send them to the hospital, not working on them from the communities. That is why we have the community-based, people in the villages. You identify, is this mother pregnant? Yes, please, there's a hospital here. So they identify the mothers in the community. They also identify the hospital. So that is how it comes in. You identify and refer and actually escort for you to know that this mother has come from the village, has come from a community, and has reached the hospital, to the midwives, to the health workers, to the doctors that are professional and are good to handle any condition of any kind.
So who identifies these mothers? Let's make this an open-ended one. Who identify the mothers? How qualified are they? Because I'm not certain if we said we do not have enough midwives. How do we send the midwives that we do not have? We send like 5 to start working in Nancy and identifying the risky mothers to escort to the hospital. Whom are you working with?
Some other people call them VHTs. You've heard about them? Village health teams. Others call them community-based health workers. They are trained to do the identification, not to work on mothers, not to work on clients, but they identify them and then escort them. They have their roles of identification because they know the community very well. They know where there is a home where there is a girl who is potentially okay to get pregnant. So they live in alert. How many girls are in the village? How many have gotten pregnant in case they come to know that they are pregnant. So those are the people who identify them and then escort them to the health facility. Since the midwives are few, so those ones help in the referring from the community to the hospitals and to the health centers.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Sister Evelyn, for, of course, teaching us about midwifery and how can somebody become midwife and the real community practice of midwifery. But now I want to see what is really actually done in Uganda. If we examine for the past 5 years as a senior midwife and the current, what is the difference when it comes to maternal mortality and morbidity? Just give us a simple overview before we can go to another discussion point. Because we want to see if midwives were few, now we've enhanced the number, what is the situation like now? And if we enhanced now to 1 more million midwives, could the present change or it's just a number?
Thank you. I think that's a very brilliant question. You asked me to talk about maybe 5 years back. We used to have a lot of traditional birth attendants. Now that is where the difference comes from. Traditional birth attendants used to deliver our mothers. Our mothers would have issues there. So the mortality rate was so high compared to now when these community-based health workers and the VHTs have learned that they are not supposed to work on mothers in the community, but they bring them to the hospital. So in the hospital, the mothers, the risks are less because they are trained and they have the facilities to manage their issues or their risks. So the mortality rate has improved, compared to the last times when we used to base on these traditional birth attendants, delivering our mothers. And when we have 1 more million midwives, we believe the mortality rate will be actually zeroed down, because what the community health workers are doing in the community, we are able to reach out to them, do community outreaches, and be in the villages instead, and we improve on these mothers' health and their babies. Yeah.
Excellent. What are the challenges that are being faced by midwifery or midwives away from small number? Because you begin with that and start shouting, employ more midwives.
I'll begin with burnout. That is the biggest, actually. Like I said, 1 midwife delivering 500 mothers. It's really a lot. If someone was not born a midwife, I think she would have even run away, because delivering or giving birth alone is a stressful situation. So a midwife has also to be calm for you to, deliver appropriately. So burnout is a really cry, and that is the cry of the 1 more million midwives. We want to believe that this ratio can improve from 1 to 500, maybe 1 to 175 that the ministry is recommending. We hope it will improve.
So away from burnout, what other challenges are midwives facing?
We don't have time for ourselves. The self-care. You come from home, you're looking at the midwife. When you go home, you're still thinking about the mother that you're delivering. So you have reached home when you're so tired. You just sleep. You don't have time to think about yourself. You don't have time to maybe give the children. And it is routine. A midwife works evening duty, works night duty, works day duty. So you find you don't have time to take care of yourself.
Even your husband sometimes. What are other challenges that you'd want us to know so that when we come to the hospital, because now you said midwives, sometimes they are reported to speak rudely, maybe it could be rated to one of the challenges. Maybe I'm already exhausted. It's already 5, I'm giving a report, and then mother comes in 3rd stage. By the time you go to deliver and do all those processes, you are really not kind to the mother. And yet you want to dress the kindness, but the body fails.
Yeah.
Please speak about others.
Others, of course, like I said, when we get more midwives, all that will be solved. Because I'll work a few hours, maybe 8 hours, and I'm working on very few mothers. I have time for them. I interpret their messages, and I have time for them. But like, for example, you can be there waiting, actually talking to one of the mothers, and 4 are still waiting for you. They are calling you here and there. So you do not know whom you have to give the attention to. Eventually, you end up moving when you have not helped any, because all of them need you. So you don't have time to concentrate on one mother at a time such that you can help each of them. But like I said, we have this suggestion box. So when tomorrow you come and then you have these suggestions, you read through them and then you think through what you can do such that you can improve.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sister Evelyn. And of course, viewers who have just joined us, we are still talking about midwifery roles and care and how we can improve the midwifery perspective. Also supporting the mothers who are delivering from all the facilities, whether private or public. And of course, as mothers, I know you must be going through a lot. You know, sometimes when you visit a facility that doesn't have customer care reception, that maybe, you know, has fewer staff, you find that you've taken longer than expected, and all this goes back to the health worker. And we're trying to explore what are those issues that are never said to the public, yet they're affecting them. Talk about mental health actually. How is your mental health when you rate it to the work? How do you find your mental health?
Midwives are actually breaking down, and silently, because despite all those numbers, the community wants the services. The health, the facility expects a midwife to work. So you find you have, of course, we are also human beings. We have issues, but you will not bring your issues at work. That is what we have forgotten, the self-care that I've talked about. So we need that time aside. If I have a problem, do I have where to cry to? Do I have the person to talk to? When you reach home they expect you not a midwife yourself. So you're supposed to finish whatever it is. So mental health is getting higher. We don't have where to run to. We don't have where to cry. So mental health is becoming, again, a problem or even a challenge.
Even a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, now what could be your message to the mothers? Want to give a full package to mothers, those who are intending to be pregnant and those that are already pregnant. I think you have different messages for them. They're like 5 points each, but also looking at the men. Please do not leave men in this discussion. And wherever you are speaking, men remain vital. The Bible is clear, men are the heads of the families. Despite a man earns 1 million, a man earns 500, a man remains the head. So, Sister Evelyn.
What I want to tell our viewers, that men are very important. Like I said from the very beginning, we cannot be mothers when you're not there. But don't leave us alone. Escort your mothers to the hospital. We are waiting for you. We actually created another day for men, apart from the usual hours that we work on men, couples. You come to Kawempe Thursday at 5. We have that time for men who have been busy at work. So they come at 5 and we can still work on them.
With the women?
Whether with or not. But when they come with them, we still work on them because we know they have been working. And so we created that hour for men who are busy, but they can find time around that so they can come and we work on them. We take off the blood and then we check their
What
HIV
is the
status.
turn-up for men?
We see around 200 mothers and we can have like 15 couples. So that is really a small number, but we want to see that number increase. Yeah, because like we said, you're very important, not only physically, but also giving the mothers money to use. Yes. Mothers, they come, they don't have to eat. They faint in the lines because like the queues are so high, the queues are so long, so the mothers faint because they do not have something to eat. Men give us money. give your mothers money because, you know, like we said, when mothers get pregnant, they're supposed to eat 3 times, you know, than how they were eating. So they need that money, they need the transport, they need the money to use. When they come at home and they are so tired, do 1 or 2 things and then help this mother to also rest such that tomorrow she can wake up when she's, you know, a little bit energetic to begin another day. Yeah, so men, don't leave us alone. Don't leave your mothers alone. Don't leave your women alone. They still need you. Throughout labor, when a mother is in labor and the husband is around, actually they tend to be more cooperative when the men have escorted their women. So even in labor, men come.
Or instead, midwives say balina ekyejo kyeyongera.
Now we have found out that men, when men are there, the mothers are stronger because they know they are together in the thing.
Well, this is interesting.
Yeah.
I was about to say I should escort a pregnant mother. Where would I get a pregnant mother? Please write our mothers to come for antenatal all the time. We are nearing the close of this very important show, and we are giving the keynote messages so that our mothers should take serious. Even those who want to make them pregnant, take them serious, so that they are not just by the way points, but expert points.
Okay, so as we come to the closure, I just want to tell the women out there, our mothers out there, that before you get pregnant, please get keen with how you're going to get pregnant and with whom you're going to get pregnant, because we want health babies. Everyone would want a health baby. So please come to the hospital and seek, in case you want to know anything about the preconception care, what are the medications that you're supposed to use or supposed to take. Even when you get pregnant, what are you supposed to take? Because often we get mothers who get babies who have some abnormalities out of taking what they were not meant to take when the pregnancies were very small, especially those first 3 months when a mother is pregnant. You don't take any medication, come to the hospital, and then a health worker, a midwife will tell you what you're supposed to take such that we have health babies. Even when you get pregnant, as soon as you get pregnant, please come to the hospital. Don't wait for the 7 months or for the 8 months for you to come to the hospital and you're looking for help. When you get into labor, please come to the hospital. Don't deliver in the village. Even when you deliver, ask about family planning. How am I supposed to take it? Which one am I supposed to use? How long am I supposed to use? Which one am I supposed to use? Such that we deliver babies by choice, not by chance. Yes, even after that, bring back the babies to the hospital, we immunize them such that we can have health families, health country. Everything will be healthy when we come to the hospitals because we know we have professionals in the hospital, not anywhere else.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Sister Ivory. Now let's rally the government. What would you like the government to know about this midwifery care and, of course, celebrating the midwives' practice here in the country?
Our dear leaders, midwifery is a key.
The table people.
Midwifery is a key, so we should strive to have that 1 million, 1 more million midwives in addition to what we have. Let's value it, because with it, everything we believe that we shall improve the maternal health. Like we have been saying right away, from any points of the care, we need midwives. We value them, we think about them, we care for them as they care for the community as well.
As well. We want, of course, now to talk about other health workers. Which message do you leave for other health workers? The other health workers who see midwives, like as a, by the way, as an auxiliary course, as you know, when they see in the healthcare system, you're like a peripheral, you know? So we want to ride them to improve their attitude. Maybe they do not know who a midwife is, the strength you hold. I was about to say the strength you hold in your 2 fingers.
Of course, also other professions. Everyone is important. Camara, everyone is important. But we have seen that midwifery is more important. I'll not fail to say that, but everyone is important. Every cadre is important. But we want to realize that midwifery, they are more important because at any point you cannot run away from midwifery. Actually, even others who are not professional, you find they're practicing midwifery when they actually do not know that they're practicing midwifery. So that is how important it is for a midwife to be recognized and celebrated. Yes.
Excellent. Before, I just forgot about the traditional birth attendants. Yes. Just talk about them in 2 minutes, and also we highlight why you are restricting mothers to go to the traditional birth attendants, and what's the new thing that has come in the midwifery practices, and why you would want to emphasize mothers to come to professionals than TBS. And TBS is also professionals anyway.
They are, but actually there is a time when traditional birth attendants were actually trained to take care of mothers. But because the homes are not well facilitated and the risks are so high that a professional can realize and that this TBA cannot realize, they are the people that they turned into community-based health workers to only refer these mothers, not to work on them. That is the difference, that they would work on them and there were more issues, more risks, and mothers were dying, were having issues because there are no facilities in their homes. There is no theater if a mother needed to go for theater. And also maybe the hygiene, all those sorts of things. They let the traditional birth attendants not work on mothers, but instead refer them to the professionals.
So what is the message for them? For mothers who still believe in TBS and for TBS themselves. First with mothers who still love and would want to deliver from the village. Because of the money, of the transport, I didn't prepare for the pregnancy, you seem sour, I realized when the child was coming out, all that.
Yeah, like I said, come to the hospital before even conception. There's what they call birth preparedness. They prepare you. So you're going to look for money, you're going to look for someone who's going to escort you, you're going, like everything is planned. So when you have the planned delivery, you're not going to end up in a TBA because you do not have transport. And this is where our men come in to support us by giving us that money, not giving an excuse of ending up in the TBA because you do not have money. So come to the hospital right away from the beginning. You move your journey with a midwife.
Wow. Thank you so much. Would you want to have a message for the TBAs?
Yes, TBAs, you're doing a great job. We want to work together. Please, when you identify a mother, bring her to the hospital instead of working on her at your home.
Excellent remarks from Sister Evelyn to Shemereire. And of course, I'd like now to have your last remark for us here about midwifery practice in Uganda. Your last message.
Yes, we want to thank you so much who have believed in midwives. Please take away the mentality that midwives are rude. We are changed cadres now. We want to welcome you. We want to serve you to your best. Please come. Don't remain in the communities because you're fearing. We are approachable anytime, any day.
Thank you so much, Sister Evelyn. Do you have any regards or messages to your...
Regards to the Ministry of Health, who are still with us battling this campaign of getting the 1 more million midwives. We want to move with you, and we shall be happy when we are increased such that we can cut off the stress of overworking, and maybe that is how some of us maybe would get rude because of the overwork. But when we are many, we believe that we shall improve our delivery, our services.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sister Evelyn from Kawempe National Referral Hospital. And of course, we want to thank your viewers who started with us since this program began of talking about midwifery and its importance in the healthcare delivery. But also, we've explored different areas, including why you should prepare for pregnancy, why you should keep in the midwifery touch until you deliver, and why it is key for a couple to move together as they access the services. The need to increase midwifery training and also midwives in practice is really urgent at a global stage, and here in the country it must be prioritized. I am Kamara Daniel, your presenter. See you next week Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. I really love you.
Bye.